Hi everyone. Okay, so yesterday we were inking galaxies in our Bibles, and I did mine at the beginning of Genesis in a lovely new, shiny, clean, won't be that way for long teaching Bible. And then I thought, looking back, that this page, the page with the text, actually looks kind of sad and not gelling very well. So I thought perhaps I would just ink just around the edge to match with the big galaxy page. So that's what we're doing today. I don't have a plan. I don't know how this is going to work because I don't know what I'm doing yet. We'll find out. So, and I've also decided, because this is a regular Bible, the pages are a lot thinner than journaling Bibles. So I'm not worrying today because I'm only just doing a little bit around the edge, but every other page, I think, whether or not I think my media will go through, I'm going to gesso all the pages with clear gesso just to make them thicker. It's all the pages that I'm working on, that is not, I'm not going to go through and paint the entire Bible. Just realised what that sounded like. Okay, so I'm just spinning it round sideways so I've got some more space, and I seem to have lost my Ken Oliver craft mat. I have no idea where I've put it. I think I washed it and left it in the dish rack, and perhaps maybe one of my sons might have been kind enough to put it away for me, not knowing what they were putting away. So it could be anywhere. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put it down and I just don't see it. I don't know. So I'm using this little mini mat underneath anyway, which is fine. It's just to protect the pages afterwards. It'll be a little bit trickier because this is rather high up off the ground, but we'll see how we go. So I'm using the same colours as the other page, except for the purple. So I'm not going to do that much inking. I wonder if you can see my cup of tea. I'll just move that to the side. Always have a cup of tea on the side of my crafting space. So once again, I will start off with some light colour, and I'm just, oops, almost tore that page. Lydia, you would have laughed, I think, and said, oh, you did that for me, didn't you? That's a private joke. This, by the way, I forgot to mention, is a tutorial, especially for the girls who are currently on our April 2020 virtual online retreat in our Facebook group, God's Refrigerator. Come and join us. We have a retreat every month. I feel like I do the ad every time I make a video. Come and join us. We need more friends. If you're in Australia and you would like to have a go at Bible journaling, because there's not enough of us down here. I need some Bible journaling friends down in Australia, please. So if you're in Australia and you're watching this and you're going, oh, I would love to give this a go, come over to our Facebook group, God's Refrigerator. Come be my friend on Facebook, Georgia iDreams, IDREAMS. She's desperate for friends. Okay, a little bit of pink, which I know it's going to turn this kind of orange. She did the colour maths in her head. Yellow plus pink equals orange. And yeah, I'm chatting away and not really paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm just letting the page happen on its own. So just you can see where I'm going with this, can't you? I'm going to just put a bit of lightness in the middle, and, well, not the middle, but, you know, the inner edge, and then we'll make the edge really dark. And that's really all I want to do here. I'm covering some of the words. because one, that's what I do. And also, even if I was not a word coverer girl, you can still read right through this, which is the great thing about using the distress inks on your Bible pages. If you do not like the idea of covering your words, which is fine. If you cover them, that's fine too. But if you if you want to get into this paint the whole page kind of look, but you really, really don't want to cover the words of your Bible, this is a really great medium to use because it's transparent enough, if you don't go too thick with the dark colours, that you can still read your words right through it. So I'm going in with the, what is it, blueprint sketch. And just, yeah, and I know it's, as I blend it in, it's kind of mixing with that fossilised amber yellowy colour, turning a bit greenish, but that's okay. It's all good. And making a bit of a mess on the corners because maybe if I did this, that would be smart. And I hope I'm not covering what I'm doing with my hand. Of course I am. That's my trick. It's like, this is a secret. I'm showing you what I'm doing, but I don't want you to see it's a secret. There you go. Is that better? Oh, I hope that made you laugh. And I'm going to be careful to wipe it down before I put the page back so I don't cover the back of the page. So I might want to do something different there. So little bits of blue here, there and everywhere. No rules, no right and wrong. As usual, I'm just making it up as I go. I'm just going to bring a little bit of the blue in here. I'm going to end up doing the whole page, aren't I? I said I would only do the edges. And then she got carried away. And before she knew it, the whole page was covered. Okay, stop there. Okay, and then that black, which I like to do just around the edges, just to bring in some darkness, because it is, after all, a night sky. And I'm hoping I'm not covering too much. Oh, we might go around the Genesis title there. That would be cool, wouldn't it? I'll just make this big mark here because the page creased right as I was hitting it with the ink. But as you know, I don't stress about such things, so it's okay. It will work out as part of the page anyway. So I'm just going to do that run along the spine thing. It's a bit harder on this page because of the thickness. I do have one of those these new things that Ranger have put out for doing tiny spots of ink. It's like a stick with a tiny, tiny little, size of my nail, little round foam at the edge, but I would have to move a whole lot of stuff out of the way to get to it. And yeah, call me lazy. I'll just persevere here. A bit on the outside there. And there we go. So it's not exactly matching the page next to it, but that was never really the idea. It was just to give it a little bit of a colour around the outside so it doesn't look so stark and weirdly on its own with the big galaxy next to it. And it's kind of tricky when it's this really one thin page. But I'm just going to quickly give that a little bit of a clean before I put my page down. Otherwise that would have been on the back page. Make sure that's really dry because, you know, being water reactive, if I don't dry it, I'm going to end up making a lovely black splotch. It's sort of come through a little bit anyway. I don't know if you can see. See? Again, why I gesso everything, because you can see all the inks come through. That's right. Not a problem. So I think at this point, it's interesting how there's this gold. Oh, I think it's come from up here. I was going to say there's these magical gold dots along here. I don't know where they've come from because I haven't used gold paint, but yes, I have. I was splattering gold stars on this page and some must have gotten underneath. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there and push these aside just a little bit. Hopefully you can see all this in shot. And take this away. So there we go. That's sort of, oh, it looks a lot darker now, doesn't it? I could maybe, I might do a little bit of paint splattery stars on the outside. What I'll do off camera, I'll come back and just put a picture of the finished thing in our group. I'm going to cut out a shape just to cover or to mask this, the writing. I'll pop that on top of the writing with some washi tape and then just do a little bit of paint splattering for stars around the outside so it blends into this page. Take it off and then I won't have the white dots all over the writing. But I won't bore you with that because we've already done that in a previous video, so go back to the Inking Galaxies video if you want to see how we did that. Otherwise, thank you for joining us. Please comment below. Let us know how you go making your own galaxies. Join us on Facebook if you want to. It's not too late to join the retreat. It runs until the 27th of April. And see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.